We get the big snakes. I'm not gonna get a big one because I don't have any space for it. Come on into Ongama. So, taking a break from all the American food at American Village, we're now down in Naha, on the main street of Naha where everyone goes. So it's kind of touristy. There are lots of like cute souvenir shops, things like that. But you know what? We thought it's the time to get some true, authentic Okinawan food, and not just taco rice, which is pretty authentic Okinawan food. But there's what was before the taco rice, right? So that's where I bring you to this. So let's take a look. Some classic side dishes. So we have umi budo, which is basically a seaweed, and budo it by itself means like rice in Japanese, but I think it's because of like those little bulbs that are on there that they call it budo. But then you dip it into this sauce here, and then wow, it pops. Like little jelly balls, but no jelly balls. It just pops. Maybe it's the sauce. It tastes good, yeah, but it tastes kind of like, I guess, sour in a way, salty sour, something like that. And next on the list, something that my students or like kids don't seem to like very much, and that is goya, which is a very staple vegetable in Okinawa. And this is shampuru, so they got tofu, it looks like egg, and of course they got the goya itself. So very healthy, so let's try to take a bite of that as well. Without further ado, to the goya. Goya has a strong taste. It can be kind of bitter, and I can see why kids don't like it. I've eaten goya shampoo before in my life, but I don't remember it much. But that is an intense flavor. It's very bitter. And I like bitter, and I can taste that bitterness. It's pretty strong. So yeah, that makes sense why kids almost always, if you ask a Japanese kid, what food do you not like? Japanese people tend to say they like everything, but if you truly ask them and keep asking them, a Japanese kid will more than likely say goya. So that's that. So then, for our main, we're going to be eating Okinawan noodles, which is soba, but it's an Okinawan style soba. And we have pork here as well. It's nice and tender. So there's only one real proper way to eat this noodle, is with the spoon properly. So I'm going to put down the camera just for just a second. Momo's over there eating tofu from the goya bowl here. Good for you, Momo. I don't think she'll eat the goya though. And when she's the type where if you give her something that she doesn't like, she will refuse to eat anything else afterwards. So, the best way to eat noodles in Japan is you get a little bit of the soup in the broth, and you put the noodle typically in the spoon like that. Very good. A little salty, but that's expected in Japanese cuisine. Pig. Pork. Really yummy. Better look at that. What the meat looks like. Noodle. Very good. I want something light today, so this is why I went for these noodles. Goya, seaweed, and noodles. Pretty Okinawan, pretty healthy-ish, and light, because I've been eating way too much ice cream and American food. I probably gained 6 pounds since I've been here. Next on the list is aomori. So if you look at this here, it basically says, I don't know if it zooms in right, In short, it's basically 0 calorie, no sugar. I think it's no sugar, low calorie, and it's 1.5 times better than wine would be for, say, your blood, I guess. In our sense, we always know it as heart, so like for your heart and blood and stuff. Pretty good, right? So no sugar, which is plenty good for if you're trying to be health conscious while drinking. So here we're gonna be having this aomori, Ryusen aomori, Ryusen Gold, which is right here. Now that is 25% alcohol, and then this is Habu-shu, which is sake, but it's habu that's been put into the bowl, into sake. Basically, they kill it either by drowning it in the sake, or they freeze it first and then in the freezer to kill it, and then they put it in the sake. But either way, the snake is inside the sake and it stays in there, and it's known to ferment or whatever, and it gives it quite a strong taste. I've drank quite a bit of it, and that is 40%. Next, we have again the Ryusen, but it's the same as this one, but 3 years later, basically. This one is known for good flavor, but much stronger at 43%. So in 3 years, it goes from 25% to 43%. Drinking more, to be honest. But let's take a nice taste of this aomori. 25%. And you can it tastes like alcohol. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like alcohol. So I guess the good way to compare aomori is like sochu, right? Which is like also very strong alcohol flavor. Oh yeah, my god. Now let's purify our mouths a little bit before we go and dive into the Habu-shu next. What's that? Some seaweed to cleanse the mouth. Raw. I just ate the seaweed without the sauce, and it got really gooey on the inside. Still good though. It's amazing what the sauce does. Alright. The infamous Habu-shu. This is the one where the snake is literally either drowned in or frozen and then put into the bottle to be drank. Smells like alcohol. This would be like tequila gold or something, right? No, it's good. How I remember it. Yep. Not bad. This one has a better afterflavor taste. It tastes better than just the pure Ryusen and aomori, in my opinion. No. Let's cleanse our mouth. Drink some more chop. Okay. It's salty, so that kind of helps. Now, next one is the 3 year Ryusen aomori. It's healthy, but strong. 43%. And that's no joke for any alcohol, to be honest. Now, but here's the thing. What's the difference between aomori and sake? A lot of people don't understand what sake is. In America, people often say sake, but anyways, the difference between these is that this one is distilled and it's long grain rice brought in from Thailand, but aomori is specialized and local to Okinawa. Then the sake in general, there's many different kinds of sake, obviously, but that's mainland Japan, and it's made with short grain rice, not the long grain rice imported from Thailand, the Japanese rice basically, and it's brewed. So that's the main difference between the two. But without further ado, let's get to the aomori 3 Ryusen Sannen, which is 3 years. Oh, that one's much better than just the straight. I think that other one's just pure distilled. This one's much smoother. It's got a strong aftertaste a little bit. It kind of reminds me of tequila. As a matter of fact, aomori has a very strong resemblance to distilled tequila. Have you ever had just distilled tequila? Sometimes it's the non-aged, it's very raw, right? Then you have the aged, and it gets a little smoother, a little more of a burn in a way, but that smooth, nice burn, like warm burn, where this other one is just pure distilled liquor, or alcohol, should I say. And it's more just raw feeling, powerful, right? So the other one aged well, should I say. As all things should, right? At least hopefully do. Hope I age as well as that Aomori did. Bye bye して。バイバイ。いいね。またありがとうございます。ほいじゃあ行こう。普通に履きますね。よっしゃ。あれ？はい。
まずそこを掃除して。
よっしゃ。So we're leaving Okinawa. A place I recommend. You come and eat. It looks like this. So. A nice day with baby Moa. So it's like a couple of times. She's been to the beach like 4 different times. But today we're in Okinawa Beach. This beach is pretty nice, but Japan is dangerous in the water, so they have these things to protect people, and you're not, unfortunately, not allowed just to free swim out in the oceans out here. And over there is like a little place for her to play if she knew how to swim, but she doesn't. So we're not going to do that. But over here, but these beach parks are pretty cool because they have like these barbecue pits, playgrounds, and they have rentals and stuff like that, so you can do it. But I recommend that you get here early, so that way if you do the rental, you'll be able to get it, because we got here at 10 o'clock and everything was already taken. Kind of expect that at a beach, 10 o'clock's kind of late to show up to a beach in general. But yeah, so for now we're just gonna go have some fun playing in the water. Thank God we got ourselves a little shade thing over there. I recommend if you're in just going to the beach anywhere, you have something like that. We are the green one over there. So without further ado, let's go, Moa. Ready? Moa, ready? She's hot, so let's get her in the water now. And let's go. One thing I would like to suggest, now that we're getting into more Japanese territory out of the American Village, is that if you get a chance, get some shikuasa. It's so good. It's basically, I would consider like the lemon of Okinawa. But it doesn't taste like a lemon per se, but it's got that sourness to it. It's the closest thing I can compare it to in America would probably be lemon lime. So definitely well worth it. Shikuasa is original, I believe, to Okinawa, or at least it's part of the original cuisine. They use it a lot. It could be maybe elsewhere in Asia, I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's really delicious. I got a smooth or slurpy version of it. Not slurpy, an icy, I guess, in a sense of it. It's light, it's refreshing. I can't recommend it anymore. It's one of my favorites in Okinawa. And why not do it while sitting on the beach? And baby Moa, She's sleeping. Been spraying her down with the spray bottle while she sleeps. Eating a beach picnic with baby Moa. Oh yeah! She's eating her karage and her rice. Got some gobo for her. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And for those of you who don't know, gobo is burdock, which is, I believe, the vegetable that Goku's dad is named after. Yeah, burdock. But anyways, this is what we're eating. Not convenience store, supermarket food. Yummy, 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 yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Nah. Woohoo. Moa! Hello! Okay, she's gonna come down. Down in the pirate ship, here she comes. Moa! Moa! It's starting to really rain hard.
I can hear it.
How's the baby? Okay, it's starting to rain. We gotta go. Let's go back to our hotel, which is all the way over there. Alright, so I'm just coming back from the Churasan beach, and that's the beach that I was at earlier, Churasan. Man, I got burnt the hell up despite me putting on a bunch of sunblock and stuff like that. But now we're back in the room. Just wanted to quick show you guys what a typical $75 room looks like in a Japanese hotel, I guess. Not always all Japanese places, but this one's pretty neat if you ask me, so take a look. For some reason they think the hanging up things there is good, bathroom and stuff over there. But it's a mess right now because we've been sleeping here for 2 days, but you got this cool little view of Naha. So I'm on the lookout for Habu-shu. Well, you can't drink Habu-shu yet. Mada mada da ne. But maybe the snake will be good when you're older. But there's lots of them in Okinawa. But this guy's been really nice. So I'm going to buy one from here. So let's try out a few sakes. And Aomori actually. You get the big snakes. I'm not going to get a big one because I don't have any space for it. Oh. So let's do it. So that's another thing in Japan. If you want to test out the drinks beforehand, you can actually do that too, which we did just about 3 times. It was really good. ね、もう美味しかったんで。もちろん知らないね。はい、さっき大丈夫？いいよ。OK。どうぞ。
これも一緒にお願いします。
Alright. ちょっとママちゃん持って。I gotta pay for this.
お会計で大丈夫ですか？
はい。
送り状の方お願いしてもよろしいですか？
はい。あ、やばい。こっち私の。
はい。
さあ3つの。
こちらですね。
はい。カードでお願いします。もうすぐまた抱っこしよう。お願いします。ちょっと持っていいですか？見せたいから。はい。So I'm gonna buy this one. The snake in there. Where's his face? Oh, there it is. Buy this one. Habu-shu. And this one is a blend of, well, it tastes kind of like a whiskey. It's karachi. It's very good. Right, and all for roughly $150. Not too much money though. Maybe I'll get a shot of me drinking one of these later on. Okay. Matane. Bye bye. Bye bye. Good job, baby. Mo-chan yokatta. So Mo-chan got some treats from the liquor guy because we bought quite a bit of food. Now the great thing about him was not only did he let us try all the alcohol before we bought it, but he also shipping it to us back to Tokyo, which saves us a lot of hassle because we're flying tomorrow. We were worried about buying anything and not being able to mail it back, so we're having a flight first thing in the morning. So we got really saved our butts there, and we got some really delicious stuff coming down our way. We should probably go back the other way, huh? Yeah. Okay, let's go back. All right, so now we're in the main part where a lot of events, things like that happen in Okinawa, Kokusai Dori, which is International Street. That's a pretty famous steak place. They have it all over Okinawa. And there's a lot more stuff down there. Yeah. But of course, like a lot of touristic places, this place has a lot of omiyage, or shall we call it, what is it? Omiyage? It's like souvenirs, that's right. So, omiyage, so it has things like omiyage, souvenirs, you know, and every store almost sells the same thing. So I suggest if you're gonna buy something, make sure you're checking all the stores because some have more discounts than others. And you also can maybe, like, what I like to do is find the store that I think needs the most help because there's a lot of competition out here, you know what I mean? So that's what I do. And we're just kind of cruising around and looking out here. We're about to go get some dinner. I think because of COVID right now, a lot of the stores are closing early still. So, and Okinawa's got a bad reputation of COVID in Japan, so they're taking more precautions than others. There are some stores that only allow 10 people in at a time, and they're like, if you have a cough fever, do not come in. It's kind of that kind of vibe out here. But let's try to find something that's not steak to eat and move about. I'm getting sweaty just carrying Mo out here all day. Super humid. All right, Mo, let's go. Let's go see what's for dinner. Superhero? Really? Superhero? Okay, let's go. Oh. Kanpai. Noma. Good job, baby. That's how we start dinner over here in Japan. Are you hungry? We're gonna be eating some more Okinawan food, it seems. So let's see what's up on the menu. We have Habu-shu, which is it's a blue fish, but I guess in English it's called a colorful fish. But it's really good. Alright, so this is the fish. A little bit of wasabi on the inside. I'll put it in to show you. The skin is kind of chewy. Feels kind of fatty. But it doesn't taste fishy at all. And I don't know how to really describe it. It tastes really good. Not a strong flavor. It's very mild. But it's comforting. Well, that was our time at Suitendo. Yeah. So if you ever want to eat there, they even do shows at night. I think around 8 p.m. they have a Okinawa show where they play traditional Okinawa music and stuff like that. But we got there after the show, so that was unfortunate for us, but maybe not for you. Well, until the next time. You know, feel free to go there if you like. I'm tired and I'm gonna go home. Alright, so now I'm back in Tokyo, and my package has arrived. As you can see written on the box, the Habu-shu is here. Fragile. Anyways, it got here a couple days ago actually, but I haven't had any time to open it and actually get anything done, so I decided just to quickly shoot this, and let's open up the box. We got one of the aomoris. This one is the one that kind of tastes like a dry whiskey. I showed you guys earlier. I like the box on this one. It looks really nice. Look at that. Look at the artwork. Love that old style Japanese artwork. But I'm not going to be drinking this one yet. At least not anytime soon. And I'll get to that and a reason why in a little bit. And Habu-shu. So Habu-shu is also awamori, but you know, it is often called sake, you know, because I think maybe ignorance, or I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe because it just means wine in general. So it is still a wine, just the awamori version. And here we go. Habu-shu. It looks like the snake has moved quite a bit since I was last here. I'm assuming due to the the shipment. It was initially flat this way, and then it turned sideways in the bottle. I'm not gonna violently shake this trying to get it to go back to normal, but that's basically it. That's the Habu-shu. Let me see if we can get a better view of it. I can barely see inside of there. Let's go on this route here. You can see the snake head right there, and that's the body. I guess you get a good thing of the body. There's some flakes in there, that's for sure. Scales, I guess, and something secreting out of its body there. That doesn't look too enticing. But then again, that's what we got it for, right? Drink it with the snake inside. And I drink plenty of Habu-shu in my time, but yeah, man, like I'm not used to seeing the flakes floating around in there. I guess I'll be careful about that. In Japan, like at the bar and stuff like that, usually they ladle it out of there for you, so that might make some more sense instead of pouring it out. Let's just get right into it. So the thing about Habu-shu is that like it is awamori, so I was gonna drink the other one, but the guy suggested at the shop was that because this snake will basically last as long as there's awamori in here, that drink all of this awamori first, and then after this is finished, dump the other bottle into here. Of course, you can just get another awamori anywhere if you want to drink that sooner, but yeah, and you can keep preserving the snake, and it can last for years and years and years. One of the bigger jars he had was full of with like 2 big snakes in there, and that one was there for a couple of years, he said, because obviously it's really expensive. It's like $500 for that. All right, so let's open. Yeah, smells good. Smells very good, actually. It smells like, to be honest with you, it smells like, of course, a little bit alcohol-y, but it even smells somewhat like what's that? Cinnamon whiskey Fireball. All right, so I'm gonna pour it this time because there's definitely no ladle that I can get for that. And I'm only gonna do a little bit because I want to share this with other people down the line. So we'll just do about a shot's worth here. Seal it back up. Thank you for your sacrifice, snake. I don't take it for granted. So, in traditional Japanese fashion, kanpai. It's good. It's kind of sweet. A little burn to it, but not bad. Tastes very good. Almost reminds me of Christmas in a way. And in general, when you're drinking any kind of wine in Japan, it's not like sake bombs back in America where you just kind of toss them back with like Red Bull or whatever. You sip on it. It's a wine. The interesting thing about Habu-shu though is that it's supposed to do a couple different things, you know, as you drink, because the poison starts secreting into the thing. And I feel like the poison is a lot more concentrated in this one. I feel a little something. Poison is supposed to stop your liver whenever you drink it. It's supposed to like stop it. So the idea is that whenever you drink this, I don't know, Habu-shu, is that like, you know, you can get more drunk because, you know, there's not, your alcohol is not being filtered really. So that's one. And number two, for the men out there, the saying goes, it helps you, you know, how should I say it in an elegant way? It helps you go longer and, you know, yeah, it helps you in bed, basically. That's the saying. I wouldn't say that's to be honest with you, out of the years I've drank it, I'm not sure if that's even true. But yeah, without further ado, let's continue to drink some more of this. Well, I think that about sums up our time with Habu-shu. So this one in particular is Naha of Okinawa, as you can see right here. If you're looking for a good quality Habu-shu that's not too expensive, this is a good route to go. I think I spent $80 on this. Or Hasanen, with inflation right now, and you know how bad the Japanese market is, it's probably closer to like $50 for me, or $60. But you know, that obviously depends on the time that you're going out to buy Habu-shu, right? It could be 3 years from now, the Japanese market might be much better. Who knows? But yeah, highly recommended. Good Habu-shu, probably the tastiest Habu-shu that I've ever had. And you know, I haven't drank a whole bunch of Habu-shu, but I've drinking enough in the last, I don't know, 10 years. It looks like that concludes our time here in Okinawa. So if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share the video. Push it out there because it really does help me out a lot. Yeah, man, look forward to the next adventure. So until then, see you next time. Okay, let's go. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.